Hi, in the previous section, in the past couple of videos, you have seen a lot of things about list. Okay, so now we will move one important chapter in the list, so called loop through the list. Sorry. Loop through the list. Okay, it is very important chapter. You must understand it very clearly. Okay, let's say you want a looping type of thing. You want to print everything in the list step by step. So for this you can loop through the list item by using a for loop command. Okay, you have already seen in the starting, but now you will see it very carefully. Okay, so what if I want to print the item in the list one by one? So just suppose I will create a list called Sharad is equal to the same example I am taking. Okay, apple, banana, and cherry. In the real life project, the list will get large. It will have 1000 items, 10,000 items. Even in the big data there are lakhs and lakhs of items also. Okay, so what if you want to print it? So for this, here I'll use for method. For I can use I as an person who can assist me. I can use X, or I can use any word here. So in this I am using I. For I in what? In Sharad. For I in Sharad condition, just print I. If I'll run this, you can see apple, banana and cherry is printed. So what is the logic behind this? What is the logic behind this? Why I have written this thing in this type? So let me show you it by an example. Even I'll make a different video where I'll show you this loop syntax by a handwritten application. Okay, just suppose there is apple. Okay, apple, then banana, and here it is cherry. So here I have given for I. Okay, so I is basically a person who is working for me, and I commanded him to first check the list, and print all the list items one by one. Okay, so first it will check the list, it will go to A, and then it will print A here. Then again it will exit, and then again it will go to the list, and it will see that A is already printed here, so it will not print A. It will skip, and then it will go to the next content, and then it will find B, and then B is printed, and the same process. It will go back, and then again it will go to C. C will be printed. So like this whole method is working. Okay, I'll show you the core concept of this for in a different video. Later on I'll add the video, not right now, because it will be handwritten, so it will take some time. Okay, so but the concept is almost the same. Okay, here you can use any value. You can use X, it will get the same output. Look, cherry is presented because I have printed I. Now here I'll have to change X, then apple, banana, cherry will get printed. Okay, so you can take any item here. It's not like a specific item. I will make a different video for looping. Okay, we will see it, the overall concept in the for loop chapter. Okay, we will do it. Even you can use this loop through the list item by referring to their index number also. Okay, for this we will use the range and the len function for creating the suitable iterables. So Let me take a heading first. Loop through the index number. Let me print the same thing. Let me copy it from here, copy, and then print. Okay, now for I will use I again in range, range, in range. Then in range I'll use len for knowing the length of the function, so that for loop could know what is the length of the function, and then it will print accordingly. Okay, for range I am giving because I want every item. For len I am giving because I want to know the length. Now here I'll put Sharad. I want to print every item in the range of Sharad. I want to know the length of the Sharad so that for loop could work. Okay, here I'll put Sharad, and then I'll put a condition. Okay, indentation is there. Now I'll print what? Sharad, and then I. Okay, I will be the index. I am using the index. I told you we will use loop through the index number, so I will put I in the index. If I'll run this apple, banana, cherry, but by using the index number, we have used here what? We have used range function, we have used length function to create a suitable iterable object. Okay, now here we are printing all item by referring to the index number. So you will use this method. This method is actually it's why it is the thing happening here is like this. It is printing first 0 index, then 1, and then 2. This is it printing actually. It is the behind of the code. Okay, and it is referring to the index. Apple, banana is cherry is printed. Even here we used a for loop. You can do it via the while loop also. Using the while loop, we have a different chapter of for and while loop. It is just a concept so that it could be clear that we can use everything in the list. Okay, here we will use the length function to determine the length of the list, and then we will start with the indexing 0. Okay, and then loop through the last of the item according to the indexes. Okay, so what we are going to do here, we will print all items 1, 2, 3. Okay, all items by using the while loop, by going through the index number one by one, what we did in the for loop, but now we will use the while loop. So for using the while loop, first we will initiate the index number. The index number should start from 0. Okay, so I is 0. Now while I is less than the length of the list. The length of the list is what? Sharad. Length of the list is 3. 1, 2, 3. So I is 0 right now. So 0, then 1, then 2, and the concept is almost same. I told you na, first it will check the first item, then it will check the second item, then it will check the third item. So here the concept is same. Okay, just print according to the length. If it will go to first, it will find 1. So if it is 1, it is already less than 3, because 3 index it will get printed. It goes to second index is less than 3, it will get printed. Okay, so like this. So here we will use colon for condition, and then we will print what? Sharad, and here we will give I. Okay, and now what we will do, incrementation. In for loop, incrementation is not needed, but in this incrementation is needed because I is continuously changing. Okay, so I is equal to what? I plus 1. Okay, because right now I is 0. For 0 it will print apple. If we will do plus 1, then the I will be 1, then second index will be printed, then 1 plus 1 is what? 2, then I is 2, then third index will be printed. Okay, it's simple. So if I'll run this, you can see apple, banana and cherry is printed. Okay, so don't get confused. We have a different separate chapter for the while loop also, for the for loop also. In the Python while loop chapter we will do it. Okay, don't worry, we will do it. I just want you to know that these are the basic concept behind this. Okay, even you can use it in different way. You can use the loop by comparison method also. Let me write it. Looping the list by list comprehension method. Okay, wait. 0. Okay, this is also a method. It is not very commonly used, but this syntax is actually a shortest. Okay, this basically method offers the shortest syntax for the looping through the list. Although it is not much used, for most of the people I have seen are using the for loop. Even I am also using the for loop, but it is the shortest method. Okay, just suppose I'll take the same example. Sharad having a item of apple, banana and cherry. So I want to print it via, it is a shorthand of for loop actually, that will print the all item in the list. So what I'll do, I'll take an index first, and in this index I'll use print, and then I will use X or I will use I, whatever you want. Okay, so now I am using I. So print I for I in Sharad. That's it. Print I for I in Sharad. If I'll run this, look, apple, banana and cherry is present. Okay, it's as this simple. But most of the time people are not using this. I have a different chapter of list comparison also, but list comparison has some different limitation. So we will see in the this comparison chapter. Okay, so I think you understood the basic concept behind the loop. Okay, how to loop some items in the list. Okay, so that's all for this section. I'll see you in the next chapter. Bye bye.